Good evening, everyone. I'd like to extend warm greetings to our KIPP students, staff, sponsors, and guests. My name is Jayla Birthday, and I'm a proud graduate of KIPP Atlanta Collegiate High School, class of 2016. Grab your answer sheet, your lucky pencil, and your thinking cap. And welcome to the first virtual Are You Smarter Than a KIPPster? Feel free to comment and interact in the comment section throughout the event. My connection to KIPP began in the 6th grade, and it has been a life-changing experience. I have endured some personal challenges over the years and know that without KIPP, I may not have overcome them. I became a mother 2 years ago, which resulted in me leaving college temporarily. However, I did not give up on myself. I have re-enrolled in Southern New Hampshire University, and I am on track to graduate in 2024. Life isn't always perfect, but what I learned at KIPP is to never give up on your dreams. My younger brother and sister are also KIPPsters. My brother is now a freshman at Tennessee State University, and my sister is a rising junior at KIPP Atlanta Collegiate High School. I can't wait to send my son to KIPP when he gets older, and want to sincerely thank the KIPP family for molding me into the strong, resilient, and accomplished young woman that I am today. This is why this event is so special. Now, of course, we would normally be together celebrating and having fun, but I promise we will still have a great time tonight. One of the most popular features of tonight's event is a game in which adults compete against students to answer several rounds of questions in the subjects of math and literacy. I was actually a contestant myself back in 2016. We will soon find out if the adults are or aren't smarter than a KIPPster. Let's kick it off with the first question. The first question is, what is the difference between nature and nurture?
Thank you, Jeriana. I just love and value our alumni so much. I want to extend my sincere thanks for all of you joining us this evening in support of KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools. I'm Kinnery PatelSmythe, and for the past 6 years, I've had the honor and privilege of leading this amazing organization as our executive director. During that time, we focused on expanding our impact with excellence. This has meant opening 5 additional schools, including our innovative partnership with Atlanta Public Schools at KIPP Woodson Park Academy. It has meant creating quality options for families in Atlanta. When I first took the reins of this organization, KIPP educated just over 2,000 students in 7 schools. Today, we educate 5,100 students in 11 schools, and our 12th school, KIPP South Fulton Primary, will open this fall in East Point, ensuring that our families in South Fulton have a full K-8 pathway of educational excellence. Over these past 6 years, we have also seen the first graduates from our high school, KIPP Atlanta Collegiate, pursue successful college careers and enter the workforce in areas such as finance, IT, healthcare, accounting, and teaching. And in fact, this year marks the inaugural year of the KIPP Metro Atlanta Alumni Association. This group of young professionals will now actively work to re-engage with younger students and share their resources and support for future generations of KIPPsters. Of course, of the many challenges, successes, and innovations that we've tackled over the past 18 years, none have matched the obstacles we faced over the past 12 months. It was just over a year ago that our students, teachers, and leaders packed up their things and left their school buildings behind, not knowing the extent or impact of the growing pandemic. None of us would have imagined that in March of 2020, our entire organization would have to pivot to virtual instruction and reinvent the ways in which we make connections with our students, deliver rigorous content, and evaluate student progress. We didn't know how the significant economic disruption caused by COVID-19 would impact our ability to retain our staff, provide scholars with the materials they needed, and ensure our organization would continue to thrive. I am so incredibly proud of the work that we have done as an organization to adapt and thrive through this time. While significant financial challenges arose, we had the support of our donors and were able to make strategic decisions that prevented us from laying off a single team member in response to the pandemic. Since many of our students didn't have access to laptops or hotspots, our partners and team members came together to purchase equipment and ensure that every scholar could fully participate in virtual learning. Our cafeteria staff pivoted to creating and distributing tens of thousands of meals to our students and our families. And when our families and college-aged alumni faced a myriad of challenges in response to the pandemic, our counselors and social workers made virtual visits, leveraged a COVID relief fund, and connected our families to other Atlanta-based partners to receive assistance. As many of you know, I'll be transitioning in a few months to join our National KIPP Foundation team as president, and I will leave the region in the incredibly capable hands of Mrs. Manaima Shahid, who will boldly take our region forward. I can't wait for you all to hear from her a little bit later in the program, and I'm confident that we have the right leader to continue the evolution of our organization. To all of our students, our staff, and our families, I want to extend my deepest gratitude for inspiring me each and every day. To our long-term supporters, thank you for boldly believing in the opportunity each child deserves to receive a quality education. And to our newest friends joining us tonight, we welcome you and thank you for joining our movement to ensure that every student in Atlanta has access to excellent schools that will enable them to develop their full potential and pursue a fulfilling life. Thank you all again for joining us this evening. It is now my pleasure to welcome one of our families from KIPP Vision Campus, the Williams family.
What I like best about school is math. You get to solve problems and you get to learn new things.
In reading, we get to express our answers in our own words.
We've actually been into a lot of schools just to see how they were gonna be. And KIPP, had that answer. It had everything that we asked.
It exceeded our expectations by far.
True.
The partnerships, the level of community that we feel when we come into the building, from the playful jokes to the, hey, can you sit in this, in this important meeting for me? Can you go here and represent us for the school? We've done a lot of work to help the school. We've painted things, we've built things, we've planted things, and we've left them, most importantly, with our most precious, valuable assets, which are our kids.
It's a beautiful part of our legacy, having our kids to go to KIPP.
Yes.
What I like best about KIPP is how we can keep our bonds from when we were in kindergarten, because I still have friends that were in kindergarten with me, and now I'm in middle school and I go to school with them now.
What I like best about my teachers is they try to help you learn. They try to explain it.
They make me feel comfortable and safe at school, because I know that we can always rely on them. If anything goes bad, we can always rely on them.
Whenever I need help, I can always go to my teachers and go to the principals and all.
You'll have your kid in an elementary school and never even meet the principal.
I can text the principal for the upper academy and the lower primary school. I just think that speaks to the leadership. They've never missed a beat with allowing me to know where my kids are, where the girls are, whether that's how they had maybe a not so good day, down to getting 100 on a test. And it's just that kind of thing, collaboration, and just to see the kids grow.
They teach us kindness and they help us be helpful. They always say excellent at all times to make sure that we show love. I feel like character strengths are important because they help model what you're going to be in the future. They're what people perceive of you, so you want to make sure that all your character strengths are good and not bad ones.
Those are principles and strengths that are instilled in them from the moment they enter KIPP, when they're given the shirts and it says excellence, teamwork, love, integrity. Those are things we piggyback on at home. What's one that I'm always talking about? Integrity and accountability. So those are things that they come here and it's the same thing. So again, it's like a family. KIPP has really truly been the answer for all of our daughters, because now we have a rising kindergartner. She'll be starting in August, and it's sad for me, but it's very exciting for her and for the girls to know that they'll all be in the building. That really warms my heart, because I know, because of the sense of community that KIPP builds, I know that they're going to look after my little one the same way that they looked after the other two, and pour that same love and dedication into her education. What would we tell a family who wanted to start the KIPP journey?
Oh man, we would tell them to go for it. If you care about the outcome of your child, you're gonna come to KIPP, because KIPP, they're gonna horn in on what the kids' interests are, and they're gonna grow them.
I think that's what KIPP brings out of the students. Excellence at all times, correct? Yeah.
Good evening. My name is Chris Lowe, and I'm excited to serve as co-chair for the 2021 Are You Smarter Than a KIPPster event. I've been involved with KIPP for several years, and it's been amazing the impact that it has had on the lives of so many young people. A good education is one of the keys to a successful career and a successful life. At KIPP, we strive to make that happen every day with every student. It's more than an understatement when I say that our world is a lot different these days, including the ways in which KIPP students are being educated and how they and their families are being supported during these challenging times. Despite these changes, KIPP has remained committed to providing high-quality academic instruction and preparing students for college, careers, and beyond. So while COVID-19 has changed many things, it's not changed the need to support our students and make sure they have the resources they need. Thus, the purpose for tonight's event. For those of you who have already donated towards this event, we sincerely thank you. And for those of you who have not had an opportunity to give or want to give more, we certainly welcome your support. You can give by texting KIPP ATL to 855-735-2437, or by visiting the KIPP website after the event to donate online. Your support tonight will go towards the renovation of the KIPP Soul Gymnasium and art classrooms. KIPP Soul is our newest K-8 campus. While there is a gymnasium on campus, it's currently in disrepair and can't be used until we can make the appropriate renovations. It's an honor and a privilege for me to support KIPP any way I can, and I'm happy to be with you tonight virtually. Let's keep the ball rolling with the next question.
Hello everyone, my name is Cameron Ellison and I'm in the 3rd grade at KIPP Boys Primary. One day I hope to be a teacher. My question is this: what number is 10 times the value of 20?
Hello everyone, my name is Kevion Hendricks and I am in the 4th grade at Woodland Park Academy. One day I hope to be a wrestler. My question is this: which point of view required the narrator to be part of the story?
Good evening. I am Manaima Shaheed, KIPP Metro Atlanta's Chief Schools Officer and incoming Chief Executive Officer. I am excited to be able to share a glimpse into KIPP's future with you. Building off of what Kinnery shared earlier, I would like to take this opportunity to share a little bit more about who I am, my journey, my passion for this work, and my vision for the future of KIPP Metro Atlanta schools. I grew up in East Oakland, California, and went to college at the University of Pennsylvania. My senior year, I applied to be a teacher with Teach for America and was placed in Atlanta, and I haven't looked back. For me, As a first-generation college graduate, education was the pathway to a choice-filled life. And I want that for all of our scholars. I began my career teaching elementary school. After receiving my master's degree from Agnes Scott College, I taught high school and then became an assistant principal. However, my life took a bit of a different turn when David Jernigan, the founder of KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools, reached out to me about founding KIPP Metro Atlanta's first primary school. The more I learned about KIPP, the more excited I grew about the opportunity. I founded KIPP Strive Primary in 2012, impassioned by the sheroes who have gone before me to be brave enough to ask, what if? What if our path to and through college began in kindergarten? This summer, the first class of founding kindergarten scholars from KIPP Strive Primary School will begin their high school journey at our beloved KIPP Atlanta Collegiate. And I will take a new step in my journey as well. As Chief Executive Officer, my vision for our KIPP Metro Atlanta schools will be directly aligned to the promise we made to those kindergarten scholars and their families in 2012, a fulfilling life by way of an excellent education. I am both thankful for the strong foundation that we have built in Atlanta, and I am determined to partner with each of you to build on that foundation to create the future our students, our families, and our communities deserve. Over the next 5 years, these scholars will make their journey through high school and prepare for the paths they will choose in life, college, career, and beyond, so they can lead fulfilling lives and build a more just world. As an organization, we will spend the next 5 years ensuring one love across our organization. We will leverage this love to amplify one voice, ensuring that every member of our community is heard and hears the voices of others. Trust and shared perspective will propel us forward in the same direction toward our one goal. Each of us is an important feather on the same wings. And now, at new heights, we will achieve our one promise, with each little and big KIPPster across our region having the same excellent, high bar, values-driven experience. I know that together with our families and communities, we can not only provide our scholars with joyful, academically excellent schools, but we will also become a beacon of what is possible not only in Atlanta, but across our great nation. To accomplish these goals, we are in the process of finalizing our 5-year strategic plan. I look forward to sharing more about our strategic plan in the coming months. I also look forward to working with each of you to not only fulfill our plan, but to also fulfill our promise to thousands of current and future KIPP scholars. Thank you for partnering with us on this journey and for joining us this evening.
When we think of culture, mainly we think of customs or people in other countries. Here, culture has become more of how can we treat each other? You know, what are the things unique to KIPP? What do we do here that's so different from everywhere else? And how can we keep changing it to make us better people? I started my journey at KIPP in 5th grade at KIPP Ways Academy. My mom enrolled me in KIPP because she wanted me to be more challenged than where I was before. She kind of did it behind my back, but I'm forever grateful for the fact that she did it and, you know, made me take that leap of faith in starting KIPP. I'm not gonna say I didn't care about school, but I definitely wasn't as devoted to it as I am now. I actually cried on my first day because I was not prepared. I wanted to give up so bad. I wanted to leave after the first year. I was like, Mom, I can't do this. I kind of thought that grades will come to you, higher test scores will come to you. And once I quickly realized that everything takes work, that's when I really started to mature and become more focused. KIPP has really instilled that accountability and self-discipline as well in me to become a great adult, even if you don't think that you're that good of a student, because, you know, when I was younger, I thought I wasn't that good of a student. They will always mold you into the student that you want to be. You may not always like the process or the journey, but KIPP will always be there to challenge you even when you don't want to, and tell you that you cannot give up until, you've reached your goal and more. As a valedictorian, I'm honestly very shocked to have this opportunity. If you would have asked me 4 years ago if I expected to be valedictorian, I would say no. Basically, maintaining all A's every single semester and quarter is very tedious. You always have to make sure that you're putting as much time into your homework and studies as extracurriculars, so it was really a matter of being able to balance my time a lot. I am in the National Honor Society, in which I am vice president. I am the co-founder and director of operations of the Student Advocacy Association. I run cross country. I do competitive dance. I'm also a senior mentor and first class senior. Also a recent inductee of Mu Alpha Theta. More recently, I gained a lot of confidence, not only just being named valedictorian, but also in my dual enrollment courses. Naturally, in the beginning, I was kind of struggling. My quiz grades weren't looking too hot, and I was talking to Dr. Fonette one day, and I told her I was considering dropping my classes. Of course, Dr. Fonette was thinking, why? Why are you trying to drop your classes? I totally understand, but just try to keep going and progressing in the class because you might regret dropping it later. Thankfully, I did not drop the courses. I've become so much better at it, and I've truly realized that life takes work. Everything is not going to come to you. Even though I may struggle, I'm still fully capable of reaching the goal that I have set for myself. I've only been to 2 KIPP schools, in my journey through KIPP, but every school has been a close-knit family environment. I really appreciate you guys making sure I'm on track to graduate and go to and through college. KIPP to me has various meanings, and it's on all sides of the spectrum. It either means, summer break packets, doing 4 hours of homework in the afternoon, but it also means me being able to go to teachers whenever I need help and having a lot of counseling support, and just always knowing that they'll have my back whenever. Even in college, even when I leave, I just always know that KIPP will be there to help me become a better student and person holistically.
Thank you, Kanaya, for your inspiring remarks. Good evening, everyone. My name is Joe Arnold, and I serve as the chair of KIPP Metro Atlanta's Board of Directors. As a native Atlantan who grew up in Vine City, I have watched our city grow and evolve over the decades. Many things about our city have changed since I was a student at Booker T. Washington High School, but one thing that hasn't changed is the commitment of parents across the city to ensure their children receive a high-quality education. I keenly remember the value my mother placed on my education, and this is what has inspired me and my wife to commit deeply to the work of KIPP Metro Atlanta schools over the past 10 years. At KIPP, we believe in the power of educators and school leaders to create transformative experiences for our students. We believe our schools can be places where students are empowered with the knowledge to be successful while also being supported in other areas of their lives where their circumstances may distract them from their goals. From the 5-year-olds who enter our buildings as kindergartners to the 25-year-old alumni who have returned to teach in our classrooms, the KIPP Metro Atlanta family works together each day to ensure students have every opportunity to be successful. You should know that while KIPP schools are public schools, on average, we receive about $2,500 less per student than traditional public schools. To close this gap, we ask our friends and community partners to support our work financially and allow our team to continue the great work of preparing students for college, career, and beyond. Aside from funds to support our daily operations, from time to time, we also raise money to renovate our facilities to meet the ever-changing needs of our students. As some of you know, we have an ambitious goal this evening. In the fall of 2018, we launched a bold $16 million capital campaign to renovate 2 of our campuses, KIPP Atlanta Collegiate and KIPP Seoul. At KIPP Atlanta Collegiate, we have already completed $13.5 million in renovations to add a cafeteria, a theater, renovate our gym, and create new campus home for our KIPP through college program. We also plan to break ground soon on a $2.5 million renovation of the gym at KIPP Story. As our newest campus, this facility currently houses 2 schools that, when fully grown, will educate over 800 students. There is no indoor space for our students to play and participate in athletics at KIPP Story. But through this renovation, we will rebuild our gym and create brand new classroom space for key enrichment programs. Our students deserve the best facilities in which to learn, and tonight, I challenge everyone listening to help us close this campaign. We have received commitments for 98% of the overall campaign, but we still have about $175,000 left to go. So I appeal to all of you to give this evening. Please support the amazing work of our students, our teachers, and our staff. No gift is too small or too large, and we deeply appreciate your support. Thank you again for joining us this evening, and I'm excited to hand the program back to our students.
Thanks for joining us for this year's 2021 Are You Smarter Than a KIPPster? My name is Freddie Minton. I'm in the 8th grade at KIPP South Fulton Academy. We want to take a moment to thank our sponsors this evening. We appreciate Atlanta Capital, Cox Enterprises, Fulcrum Equity Partners, Georgia Pacific, Jones Day, Keith Bruyette and Woods Incorporated, Metro City Bank, Atlantic Capital Bank, Bill and Catherine Miller, Chris and Melissa Lowe, and Truist.
Hi, my name is Amaya Brown. I'm a 3rd grader at Kipps Drive Primary. Thank you to Craig and Mary Coleman Jones, Deborah Sudbury and Richard H. Dean Jr., Douglas J. Hirsch Family Foundation, Frank and Nancy Glover, Jim and Edith Bostick, Jim and Heather Winninger, John and Christine Bacalar, Morris and Kathy Brown, Work Capital, Turner Enterprises. We would also like to recognize the sponsors for their tremendous support. We thank you for your investment in KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools. Now, on to the next round of questions.
Hello everyone, my name is Marley Anderson. I am in the 6th grade at KIPP Story Academy. My question is this. In the general equation y equals kx for proportional relationship, what term is used to describe k?
Hello everyone, my name is Symone Corbin and I am in 8th grade at KIPPster Academy. One day I hope to be a pediatrician. My question is this. If the graph of a system of 2 linear equations results in overlapping lines, how many solutions does this system have?
KIPP has shaped me in every way possible. My success, my platform, who I am as a person, has all been molded through KIPP and in a positive way. Hi, my name is Cameron Franklin. I'm a graduating senior, music business major, minor in tuba performance from Atlanta, Georgia at Howard University. I started my education at KIPP in 2008 with my twin brother, Caleb. We came in 5th grade, and it was such an amazing experience. My mom wanted just more for us. She knew she wanted a better life for us, and my grandma. I'm grateful for my mother and my grandma for doing that. I don't even know how my mom figured out about KIPP, but I'm glad she did, because now look at me. I'm here with so many great people. So when I look back at my time for KIPP, it's prepared me in every way possible. Fortunately, at KIPP, I had a bunch of male role models, maybe like 1 or 2 male teachers I've ever seen in my life. So going to KIPP, I've never seen that many Black male teachers. And when not having, a father always in my life necessarily, I took a piece of all my male teachers, something from them. Each year, each classroom, they taught me something. Before I came to KIPP, I was in band, starting in 3rd grade. I came first day, I was a little big 5th grader with a trombone in my hand, thinking I was the best player ever. And so Mr. Washington, he saw that in me. He knew to mold me into the great bandsman that I am today. And from that, it was just a great experience. I think without band, I wouldn't be who I am today. Like, it's so crazy to think about. Mr. Washington has been my support from the first time I walked in the doors at KIPP Ways, from the first time I walked into high school as my advisor. He's even supported me in applying to Howard and getting into Howard. He literally drove me toward Escape. Put all our clothes in there, my trunks, all my clothes, and drove me from Atlanta all the way to DC by himself. Mr. Washington knew how important it was for me to get into Howard and how it was just as important to him for me to get into Howard as well. Once I told him I wanted to go to Howard in 5th grade, he knew I was going to be in Howard. He was going to stop at that. And here I am now, graduating from Howard with the same degree. I think everybody has to have an advocate and a warrior like that in Mr. Washington. That is kind of how I got there. My journey to being the first KIPP Metro alumni president ever started from just going to the KIPP Summit originally. KIPP Foundation put out a call to get alumni to come to Houston. So they flew all of us out to Houston, and we had, basically they were saying like how we want to start this new alumni association and we want to go pedal to the metal all the way into it. So we had career workshops, things like that. And after that kind of ignited the fire in me to actually do something for my KIPP association. And I was lifted up to, assume the leadership position. And I took it full force. For the first time ever, we had a couple of alumni businesses actually donate back to KIPP. I'm proud about that. We have scholarships. We have, business owners who are literally giving out free products to the kids. Our alumni are now stepping up in these big roles to support the KIPP Foundation. So I will be returning back to my high school as the assistant director of bands at KIPP Atlanta Collegiate. I plan on going to get my master's degree in public administration and nonprofit leadership. Hopefully I can get into more fundraising and development through the KIPP Foundation. I really want to be with KIPP for the rest of my life, honestly, in some form of capacity. So if I stop teaching, I still want to be there to support any way I can. After that, hopefully I can maybe run for Senate, or hopefully my twin, he wants to be a principal one day. I can go be an administrator in his school one day. Future KIPPsters and future parents who are thinking about bringing their kids to KIPP, I think it'll be one of the greatest decisions you ever make. We have a team full of great teachers who appreciate you, they care about you. We have a staff who, always keep you in the back of their mind, thinking that at the end of the day, it's to benefit students. From the cafeteria ladies, they love you, the janitors love you, the coaches love you. So you're not gonna find that anywhere else. One lesson that I would take away from KIPP, honestly, and I take it every day, is just be great. I work hard in everything I do. I can't half-step. I don't have the luxury to half-step. It's about who are you? How are you affecting the world in the best way you can with your reach and platform? My life without KIPP, it's hard actually to imagine my life without KIPP. Everything I do, the way I wake up, the way I respond to people, like I have this thing where people, how are you feeling? I say, I'm enjoying life. I got that from Mr. Smith. He will always say, make sure you wake up and be happy that you're here, you're breathing, you're walking, you're just enjoying this space. I can't imagine myself being no other person without KIPP, honestly. It's so hard to think about.
Good evening, I'm J. Catherine Ross, and I have the privilege of serving as co-chair of this year's Are You Smarter Than a KIPPster? As in previous years, I have once again confirmed I am definitely not smarter than a KIPPster. While we're all enjoying the program and being wowed by our amazing students, please keep in mind that you play a critical role in our shared success. Tonight, you can be a part of closing out KIPP's capital campaign to create the physical learning environment and equipment our students need and deserve. I want to share a glimpse of the KIPP Soul Gymnasium as it is today. Our KIPP Soul campus houses both KIPP Soul Primary and KIPP Soul Academy. Currently, the gymnasium is not conducive for indoor play and athletics, which is why capital resources have been allocated to renovate this space and create more classrooms. The renovations are more than just bricks and concrete. They ensure our students are educated in spaces that support 21st century learning and exploration. This is just one example of work that continued despite the pandemic and demonstrates KIPP's commitment to providing a high-quality education and environment for students to thrive. We are so grateful to have a wonderful network of donors who make what we do possible. We appreciate all that you have done in the past, all that you will do tonight, and all that you will continue to do in the future
to support the KIPP Metro Atlanta community. Thank you so very much. Now, let's get back to the game and the next question.
Hello everyone, my name is Ethan Pace and I'm in the 10th grade at KIPP Atlanta Collegiate. One day I hope to go into marketing. My question is this: what part of speech is a noun or noun phrase that modifies another noun next to it in the same sentence to give additional information?
Hello everyone, my name is Jayla Birthday and I am in the 11th grade at KIPP Atlanta Collegiate. One day I hope to be an engineering/applied physicist. My question is this: what three appeals are typically leveraged in many rhetorical situations?
Well, everyone, what an incredible evening this has been. I know you've been sitting there for the last 30 minutes wondering, when is the plaid jacket coming back? Well, here it is. My name is Dave Howland. I'm the Managing Director of External Relations. And for the past 15 years, I've had the pleasure of working at KIPP Metro Atlanta Schools as a teacher, as a principal, and now as one of our regional leaders. So I want to take this time right now as we're closing out the evening to just say thank you to all of our sponsors and the corporations who have come tonight and given very generously. Thank you so much. To those of you that have been giving throughout the evening by doing text to give or other ways of providing donations, thank you. To our supporters that have been with us for so long, thank you. Your support does so much to allow us to do amazing things in classrooms with kids every single day. But I'd also be remiss tonight if I let the evening end without us giving two last special thank yous to some individuals that will be leaving our organization after a long time of service. First of all, our board chair, Joe Arnold, who you heard from earlier this evening, will be stepping down from the board at the end of this year, and we are incredibly grateful for his dedication. For almost a decade, Joe has been leading the way with our organization and providing invaluable support and leadership to our board. And so, Joe, we hope you've had an amazing time working with us here at KIPP, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Secondly, I want to send our gratitude to Kinnery PatelSmythe, our Executive Director. As many of you know, Kinnery will be joining the National Foundation as their president later this June, and we are so excited to watch her bring her Atlanta flair to the national scene, but she will be deeply missed here in the city of Atlanta. So please join me in thanking Kinnery for her years of service and the incredible leadership she's provided. We are excited to continue thriving as an organization as she thrives in the national scene. So now it's time to kick it back to our KIPPsters. If you haven't given yet, please take this opportunity to give so that we can close out this capital campaign and create some great spaces for kids. But we're going to now find out what you've all been waiting for. Are you smarter than a KIPPster?
So, tell me, are you smarter than a KIPPster? Let's find out. The question was, what is the difference between nature and nurture? And the answer is, nature is classified as traits inherited genetically, whereas nurture is identified as traits adopted based upon life experiences.
My question was, what number is 10 times the value of 20? The answer is 200.
My question was, which point of view required the narrator to be a part of the story? And the answer is a first-person point of view.
My question was this: in a general equation, y equals kx for a proportional relationship, what term is used to describe k? And the answer is a constant of proportionality or a unit rate.
My question was this: if the graph of a system of two linear equations results in overlapping lines, how many solutions does the system have? And the answer is infinitely many.
My question was this: what part of speech is a noun or noun phrase that modifies another noun next to it in the same sentence to give additional information? And the answer is a positive.
My question was this: what three appeals are typically leveraged in many rhetorical situations? And the answer is pathos, ethos, and logos.
Wow, what an awesome night. Again, we want to thank everyone who worked so hard to make this event special, including our KIPP staff, our You Smarter Than a KIPPster participants, event co-chairs, sponsors, donors, and our viewing audience. We hope you had fun playing at home. If you want to learn more about the KIPP Metro Atlanta community and stay connected with us, I encourage you to go online to www.kippmetroatlanta.org to see our academic and advocacy initiatives. Also, check us out on social media via Facebook and Instagram. Good evening, everyone, and see you next year.